All right, gang, we're talking about soft musks today, and this is a spring-themed video. So soft, musky fragrances that you can wear in the spring season. Is that something you like? I really enjoy musks, and I like the soft musks, the cozy, comforting musks for spring. And I've got a great collection of fragrances here for you in this video. And this video is pulled from my top 10 spring perfume notes video. It's a deep dive video, long format. If you haven't watched it, you can catch it. I have it linked in the info box. But I do take parts or portions of those videos and convert them into individual videos like you see today on soft musks. So yeah, we're talking about soft musks today. It's a great collection of fragrances. Stick around and watch. But before I get to the fragrances, I'm reminding you again about Scentfest SF. I hope you can join us here in San Francisco on June 26, 27, and 28. It's the first of its kind show on the West Coast of the United States. It's a fragrance fair, trade show, consumer focused, all that good stuff. So you will discover awesome fragrance houses, niche houses, and some more popular luxury houses, and also experience great fragrance related experiences along with the people that are behind the brand. So I would love to see you here. It's going to be a great show. It's at an awesome venue, the Fort Mason, which is overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and the San Francisco Bay. And it happens around the time of a few other events that are happening nearby in Northern California as well. So I hope to see you guys here for Scentfest SF. Link in the info box. You can register and plan your trip. And now let's talk about soft musks. So musks can go in multiple directions. I decided to leave animalic musks off of this particular video because it is spring. It is a bit warmer out there. You don't want something substantial and intense. So a lot of these are very clean musks. And so I decided to put musks that are appropriate for the season. So some of these can be stronger than others as well. And again, I personally said I don't have a rule. If you do, then use caution. Some of these are stronger than others, and so some are lighter, and so on. The first fragrance I'm talking about is Clean Reserve, and it's called Skin Reserve Blend. I actually shot a shorts video on this. I went into a store to buy a fragrance, and I saw this there, and I really loved it. And I really enjoy these kind of clean skin musks, skin scent musks. And I like the way this fragrance smells off of me. It doesn't project much. It sits very close to the skin. So if you like these kind of fragrances, definitely check this one out. It's a bit floral and slightly vanillic. It has a skin accord and it has a lot of musk. So it's I think it's appropriate for the spring season. Spring is between cold and warm. So I think it's the transition season, and I think this is perfect. Now, you can wear this any time of the year. A lot of people that don't like to wear strong fragrances wear these kind of fragrances all year round. It doesn't project much. As I said, somebody has to get really close to you to smell you. But once it blends with your own chemistry, it smells really lovely. Up next, it's Unmusk from Obvious. Now, I had highlighted that this was at a discounter last fall for $40. So I hope you guys took advantage and bought it. I find this to be super, super sexy. Once again, it's kind of similar to the Clean Reserve Skin Reserve blend, but I find this one to be just a little bit sexier. And it has a certain kind of ingredients that creates this super sexy, sillage. But I'm not talking about like a super strong sillage. It's this kind of a sillage that's going to sit close to you. And if somebody's wearing this and they get close to you, you'll pick it up. Because I just find it like the notes that are using in here, like Globalide, they have Helvetolide, Ambrettolide, and it's a combination of those with the musky notes and things like that. And again, it's super sexy, really, really sexy. It's clean. It's very, very clean, not animalic. And hopefully there's some discounts out there for this one. As I said, it's close to the skin, not super loud, but when somebody gets close to you, they'll smell how great you smell. So it's really, really awesome that way. So that is Unmusk from the house of Obvious. Let me know what your thoughts are on that, and if you were able to jump on the deals that I was speaking about. I actually shot a short video of that particular fragrance, and another one that I'm going to recommend from the house that I also find really great. Both of them were highly discounted, around $40 for 100 ml. And also I did a full video on the discounts as well, because there were some great deals to be had for those fragrances. I'm gonna go to Ella K's Musk K next. Let me know your thoughts on this one. This is a Sonia Constant creation. Sonia Constant created fragrances for Tom Ford, like Ombre Leather and Noir Extreme. This is also super sexy. It's a bit floral, it's a bit aquatic marine, it's a bit salty, peppery, but clean and musky. I absolutely really love this genre, really do. But sometimes these might come off a bit one-dimensional, not super complex. That's why I put it at the bottom. But to me, if I'm ever tired of fragrances, they kind of like, which I never get tired anyway, but if I ever feel weighed down by too much perfume and I still want something, these are the fragrances I pull for. And I also find these to be super awesome to wear in the spring. Those three, the first three that I'm talking about here, are so good. You've got to, I mean, the whole category is really great. Every one of these is awesome for spring, but just keep in mind, these are not very substantial fragrances. So if you want longevity, if you want intensity, if you want projection, if you want sillage, these might not be it for you. But if you like it sexy, musky, clean, and perfect for spring, definitely check these out. The next one is Juliette Has a Gun Musk Invisible. Super powdery musk fragrance. I actually have a full review of this one on the channel. This is almost like baby powder. It's clean, but super powdery. I believe it has cotton blossom, but the overall, it's like very much like a baby powder experience, but with an overdose of musk. There's a little bit of a reminder of something like Kiehl's Original Musk in here. Some people find Kiehl's Original Musk to be super animalic. I personally don't. I found it to be super sexy. I could have featured that here as well, but I felt like these are a bit more appropriate for this particular category for you guys. But this is also really great. Juliette Has a Gun has some great stuff. Lately, they've been a bit bland, but they have launched some really awesome scents. I do enjoy this one quite a bit, and it's cozy also. There's a coziness about musks, and you know, sometimes I find milky kind of gourmand fragrances cozy, but I also really find musks to be cozy, and the fact that this has that powdery effect really makes it super awesome and super cozy, comforting. So that is Musk Invisible from the house of Juliette Has a Gun. Up next, we've got Nuit Nomade, Nothing But Sea and Sky. Yeah, as I said, this category has some awesome scents, and again, I put this at the bottom because I like my fragrances to be a lot more substantial. So some of the other fragrances are ranked higher, but I'm ranking this note as number 10 here. Soft musks, and these are definitely soft musks going into multiple directions. This Nothing But Sea and Sky is clean, almost slightly laundery, but also powdery and a bit creamy woody as well. So it's a musk in the end. Very cozy, very comforting, a bit sweet tart, but that smooth creamy effect is really 100% present here. I love the brand, and recently I aired a video with the founder of Nuit Nomade. If you haven't caught that video, please do. We did speak about this fragrance as it's one of their most popular, Nothing But Sea and Sky, and definitely one of the top for me. I really enjoy that one. I enjoy that brand quite a bit, and I've actually got two fragrances back to back. It's definitely one of my favorite brands of all brands I know, and probably my favorite modern French brand. This is Sun Bleached. So Sun Bleached is the second fragrance here in this soft musks category. So this one is a bit more solar, has that kind of solar effect happening. So you do sense or pick up the floral touches in this one quite a bit. It's a bit almost beachy and tropical rather than a bit foggy and gray like the Nothing But Sea and Sky. So you definitely, when you smell them side by side, you definitely have the difference. Even though it's from the same brand and they're kind of similar ideas, there's very noticeable differences. So if you like it a bit more solar, a bit more floral, go for the Sun Bleached. If you want something a bit more gray, a bit more creamy, cozy, go with the Nothing But Sea and Sky. But both of them are really awesome. Again, as I said, I really love this brand. One of my favorite brands out there. And I was so happy and grateful to be able to sit with a founder and discuss the brand. So if you haven't caught that video, please go catch it. It was shot last October in the south of France during a trade show, but I was happy to have been able to sit with the founder. Up next, going to the house of Labo. It's another 13. When this was an exclusive fragrance for the store Colette in Paris, I had heard a lot about it. And even though I traveled to Paris, I'd walk into Colette once in a blue moon. It would be so crowded in there. I would hate it in there. I'd want to leave because it's just overwhelming with the amount of people there. But I knew that it was an exclusive there. And when I found out Colette was going out of business, I was like, oh my God, are they going to discontinue another 13? Or are they going to bring it to, you know, the main collection? They had also just launched 3 new fragrances exclusively for that boutique Colette. But sadly, those 3 got discontinued, but this one came into the main collection. But this is an earlier fragrance for the brand Le Labo, although it was like earlier 2010s, I think. And Nathalie Lorson created this, and I think it was around the time when Ambroxan was kind of trying to make a statement. So it does feature Ambroxan, it features ISOE Super, so it's very molecular, very, very musky. It's clean, and this stuff off of people, the projection, and again, it's not like loud, it's not super loud, but the projection is so awesome. In the heat, off of the body. Oh, wow. So amazing. But I also do get complaints from people. I read comments. All I smell is alcohol. I can't smell anything. I think if you're not familiar with these molecular fragrances, just give it time. Keep practicing. Smell it over and over again. Don't give up. Don't throw it away. You'll get something, because that's my experience too. Like for the first time when I smelled ISOE Super in Molecule 1, which I have coming up, I couldn't smell anything. It took me good 5-6 tries. I didn't give up because people kept pushing me, and they said, don't give up. Don't think, but you couldn't smell it because there was nothing there. The notes in there, the molecules in there were too heavy. So your nose has to adjust and get used to the smell. But I find another 13 so awesome and so perfect for a spring fragrance when you're transitioning into warmth, when it's been all very cold. But up next also, we've got DS and Durga's I Don't Know What. It's a fragrance enhancer, primer, booster, whatever you want to call it, or a great fragrance to wear on its own. And I always mention this story about this one. This one, I sampled it at Barney's when Barney's was still around here in San Francisco. They went out of business all over the USA. I didn't think anything about it. I was like, this is so boring. But that same year in the summer, I was in LA and I went to Lucky Scent in the DTLA location and I sampled it there. It was like a night and day difference. My nose really smelled it. It smelled so super sexy. I was like, I gotta have a bottle of that. It smells so awesome. You wear it on its own minimalistically. It's clean, it's a soft musk, but it utilizes the molecular musky notes like Ambroxan, ISOE Super. There's also musks, and I think there's Civetone. It's an awesome creation. I think you can use it to enhance other fragrances, but if you're somebody that likes fragrances like Molecule 1, you guys should try it for sure. It's a really awesome scent. So that's also an awesome soft musk, but let's end this list with Musk Therapy from Initio for something a bit more substantial, but still definitely fitting of this category. This is a very clean musk fragrance, but it has those fruity touches because it has fruity notes in here. It's a berry type notes, but in the end, it's super clean white musk, or like a white musk, I should say. There's also a smooth, creamy layer here that maybe there's some sandalwood or the musks are creating that creamy layer. Also, it's powdery. And of course, you've got that fruitiness, which makes it a bit a contrast with the creaminess, the woodiness, the muskiness. It's very clean. It's also perfect for warmth. Now, I should specify that maybe this category you should save for warmer spring days. But like I said, there's no rules. Wear what you want when you want. Wear it in the coldest days of spring or warmest days of spring. It doesn't matter. As long as it makes you feel great, wear what you want. But I find this category, again, to be very close to the skin and not the super loudest fragrances. But as a category, I really, really love this category. And I really enjoy these 9 fragrances that I've featured here in this category. Thanks so much for watching that video, guys. Do you enjoy soft musks, or do you like them to be animalic, maybe transparent, or whatever? Yeah, let me know. These are some really great ones you can wear in the springtime. I specifically chose them for spring, but maybe you'd like to add some other soft musks that are appropriate for spring. Let me know what they are, but let me know if you also enjoy the fragrances in this video. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like the video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon and you'll be notified for future videos so you don't miss out. And it also helps with the algorithm. And don't forget, Scentfest SF is happening. It's going to be awesome and I would love to see you here. Bye-bye.